What was the worst date in your life? Went on a group date when I was like 16. There were two established couples and I was seeing a guy for the first time. We went to a bowling alley my date's friend worked at. The entire time this guy was trying really hard to show off and in general being a massive tool. I was sitting with my friends on the outer right seat in the row. Date's friend was standing about 3 feet to my right. My date went to toss the bowling ball to his friend because he was so cool and strong. He missed so hard that the bowling ball hit my left shoulder and my friend's right shoulder. We were sorta leaning into each other to talk, then fell on another friend's foot. He got 3 of us in one throw. He awkwardly apologized and then said he needed to use the restroom. Didn't see him again and went home with my friend's lol. On the only date, he pointed to another woman at the bar and said that was his ex. This woman happened to be my lesbian roommate who was there with her girlfriend. So I called bullshit. It's still hilarious how bad his luck was. Why would I be interested in someone intentionally trying to make me jealous by lying? Baffling. He told me we were going on a 7-mile out and back hike to go fly fishing. Turns out it was 7 miles of steep uphill to get there. We only fished for a few hours because we got rained out. When L asked for help he told me I am not your babysitter and farted the entire day because he ate a bean burrito on the drive over that morning. He also spoke to people we passed on the trail more than he spoke to me. The 7-mile hike back downhill gave us both a ton of knee pain. And it was horrible. Worst part? It was the second date, because the first date was magical. I 20M had my first date so bad it's worth writing about recently. Let's call her Anna. Anna and I met through a dating app and she seemed nice, not someone I'd usually be attracted to, but very enthusiastic in conversation. Everything was pleasant online, so we met up under the premise it'd help her with uni maths and biology, my academic background. Within the first few minutes several red flags come up. Turns out Anna is 18 and only applying to uni, but okay, maybe we will still have something to talk about, right? But a bit later she proceeds to cuss out a few lads that accidentally ran into her with racial slurs, lecture me about how the average length of a penis is 20 centimeters, the average salary of a working man is at least $90K, that the contraceptive pill could be lethal and used only to spread STDs and that all Android users, like myself, are all poor. All of this with clearly no understanding of mathematics, biology and an iPhone 7 with a cracked screen. Eventually when I managed to get a few words in and told her I don't think we really vibe together and that I'd better get going. I leave with a sigh of relief. But about 3 hours Terry get a text from her saying that I'm sorry I am so much smarter than you didn't feel like listening to what you had to say, I am really working on myself to improve how I handle men that are beneath me, I should have said that that's just a part of my character, maybe next time we meet you'll be more prepared. That was too much idiocy for me to deal with so L just told her good luck and cut all ties. I'm sure other girls have scary dates that are much worse but here's my non-scary awful date. I told the guy on the site we met on that I was nervous when it came to dating so not to show up in a suit or anything. He showed up in a stained t-shirt and sweatpants with holes in them. It was a weird choice for casual but he seemed interesting online so L stuck it out. I kid you not, he didn't stop talking about himself the whole time. I asked him a total of 3 questions and he asked none. He sounded like a preacher on a pulpit sharing his life story. Most uncomfortable, longest date of my life. Needless to say there was no second date. I had a very persistent neighbor who I finally agreed to go out with. I got to the restaurant and he had already ordered me a drink. He asked to order my food for me and I was like okay I guess. He made comment after comment about my smoking hot pale complexion. Asked me if my ex was circumcised. Told me that women who think they are equal to men are out of touch with reality. Wouldn't let me pay half, so I asked to tip, but he told me the $20 was going to leave was too much. I went to the bathroom and came back to a glass of wine that Eld already told him not to order. He says but this one has Rohypnol in it. He texted me 15 minutes after the date saying with a woman of your complexion a man must be careful not to leave. A hickey.